Beloved starseed of Gaia, they are coming, and there will be no warnings, only the unmistakable opening of a meeting your soul has already prepared for. I am Elia Ra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters. Something within you recognizes this moment because your star family is drawing near, and the light codes of home are awakening in your heart. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize your star lineage. But here's the first revelation: the meeting will not begin with a spectacle in the sky. It will begin with a deep inner knowing, a calm remembrance, and the certainty that you have never been alone. This isn't content, it's a light code transmission. The Pleiades are answering the call carried within your divine blueprint. As Gaia enters her planetary ascension, your crystalline consciousness is preparing to receive what your soul has awaited across lifetimes. Like this transmission, to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family, I remember. Subscribe if you feel the call of the Pleiades and are ready to anchor your light mission on Gaia. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering because it is time. If your heart feels drawn to go deeper, the sacred Pleiadian guide for remembrance is available in the first pinned comment. Let it serve as a gentle companion as you prepare, not for fear, but for clarity, healing, and the recognition of what your soul already knows. Now, take a breath and allow the intensity of this moment to settle into your body. Feel the support beneath you. Feel the quiet movement of air entering and leaving your lungs. You do not need to force an answer. You do not need to search the sky for proof or convince anyone that something greater is unfolding. The first meeting is not always an event that arrives from outside you. Sometimes it begins as an inner recognition so subtle that you almost dismiss it, a warmth behind the heart, a sudden stillness, a dream that feels more real than memory, or a familiar presence sensed in the quiet between thoughts. There is a sacred passage in Scripture that says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is not emptiness. It is the chamber where what is true becomes audible. Before the mountain trembles, before the heavens open, before the heavens open, before the sign appears, the soul often receives a whisper. The first contact may be the moment you stop arguing with your own knowing. It may be the instant your body relaxes around a truth your mind has been resisting. This is where many Pleiadian starseeds become disconnected. They expect remembrance to arrive as a dramatic sign, an undeniable vision, or a message that removes every question. They wait for lights in the sky, elaborate symbols, or an experience so powerful that doubt becomes impossible. But the Pleiadian frequency does not usually enter through pressure. It enters through resonance. It moves like light through water, touching the places in you that have remained sincere beneath every role you were asked to play. Resonance rarely shouts. A tuning fork does not need to argue with another instrument. It simply sounds, and what is aligned begins to vibrate. In the same way, a true remembrance may not overwhelm you. It may make you quieter. It may help you recognize the difference between excitement and peace, between fantasy and intuition, between the desire to be special and the humble desire to be of service. The soul does not always announce itself with thunder. Sometimes it feels like coming home to a room you thought you had never entered. The distortion begins when you believe you must become extraordinary before you are worthy of contact. You may have spent years waiting to feel powerful, awakened, or certain enough to receive your star family. You may have compared your experiences with those of other starseeds and decided that your connection was weak because you did not see what they saw. You may have questioned your intuition because the world taught you to trust only what can be measured, repeated, and explained. Comparison can turn a sacred path into a performance. You begin measuring visions, numbers, encounters, and spiritual vocabulary, forgetting that the deepest work may be taking place in the unseen movements of your character. Perhaps your awakening is not meant to look like someone else's. Perhaps your sign is the way you no longer answer cruelty with cruelty. Perhaps your evidence is the boundary you finally honor, the grief you allow yourself to feel, or the forgiveness you offer without returning to what harmed you. But your Pleiadian essence was never dependent on performance. It was never hidden because you failed. The veil was part of the design. You entered this world with layers of forgetting because you chose to discover love in a place where love could be obscured by fear, competition, grief, and separation. You came into a dense field not to prove that you were above it, but to bring a different pattern into it. Even Christ spoke of the kingdom of heaven as something that could be found within. This does not make the stars less real. It reveals that the universe can be encountered through consciousness as much as through distance. You did not come here to despise the human experience. You came to illuminate it from within, like a lamp placed in a darkened room. The darkness does not mean the lamp has failed. It reveals why the light matters. This is why your sensitivity may have felt like a burden. Your body has been listening to frequencies that your mind could not name. You felt tension in rooms where everyone else seemed comfortable. You sensed the pain beneath another person's anger. You knew when words did not match intention. You could feel the exhaustion of environments built on conflict, even when those environments were considered normal. Perhaps you entered a crowded place and left feeling as though you had carried the emotions of everyone there. Perhaps someone said, "I'm fine," while every part of you knew they were not. Perhaps you were called too emotional because you noticed what others had learned to ignore. These experiences can make you doubt your own instrument, but sensitivity becomes wisdom when it is joined with grounding. You are not meant to absorb every frequency you encounter. You are meant to discern what is yours, what is passing through, and what you are being invited to witness without carrying. Nothing is wrong with your heart because it responds deeply. Your heart is an instrument of recognition. It detects coherence and distortion. It knows when you are moving toward unity and when you are abandoning yourself for acceptance. Yet, because this sensitivity was not always understood, you learned to close the heart portal. You learned to become practical, guarded, agreeable, or emotionally distant. You adapted to survive, but the adaptation created the illusion that you had lost contact with your origin. Be gentle with the places that closed. They were not enemies. They were guardians created by an earlier version of you that did not yet know another way to remain safe. Healing does not require you to tear down every wall in one night. It asks you to place a door in the wall, a door with wisdom, timing, and a handle that remains in your hands. An open heart without discernment becomes exhaustion. A protected heart without tenderness becomes isolation. You are learning the sacred middle way. The Pleiadian High Council, as understood through the language of your soul, does not approach you with demands. It does not threaten you into awakening. It does not ask you to abandon discernment or surrender your free will. The love of the Seven Sisters restores choice. It strengthens the part of you that can remain open without becoming unprotected, receptive without becoming passive, and compassionate without carrying what belongs to everyone else. Any presence aligned with love will honor your freedom. It will not make you feel inferior, frantic, indebted, or chosen above others in a way that feeds the ego. It will not demand obedience before offering understanding. The true higher frequency feels like an invitation toward greater responsibility, not a command to surrender your mind. It may challenge you, but it will not violate you. It may reveal what must change, but it will do so in a way that leads toward wholeness. As the possibility of a meeting approaches, the first movement may be an energetic clearing. Old attachments can become impossible to ignore. Relationships built only on obligation may begin to feel heavy. Habits that once numbed you may no longer provide relief. You may find yourself craving silence, natural spaces, honest conversations, and a simpler relationship with your own inner voice. This clearing can feel like standing beside a river after a storm, watching branches and leaves move downstream. The current is not punishing the riverbank. It is carrying away what no longer belongs in the flow. You may grieve what leaves even when you know it is complete. You may feel uncertain when familiar distractions lose their power. Allow the space to remain open. A room must be cleared before new light can be seen within it. Do not assume that every ending means something has gone wrong. Some structures cannot travel with you into a clearer frequency. This does not mean you must reject people with judgment or create separation in the name of awakening. It means you are learning to release patterns without releasing love. You can bless what is complete. You can step away without hatred. You can protect your energy without closing your heart. The first activation is the clearing of the veil. Look gently at the fears that have shaped your perception. Fear of being seen, fear of being misunderstood, fear that your purpose will ask too much of you. Fear that remembering your origin will make ordinary life feel meaningless, and fear that you will be called to leave everything familiar behind. Bring these fears into the light without shaming them. Ask which ones belong to the present and which ones were inherited from old experiences. Ask whether the voice speaking inside you sounds like wisdom or like an old wound trying to prevent change. The veil is not always made of ignorance. Sometimes it is made of stories you accepted in order to survive. As those stories loosen, you may discover that remembrance does not remove your identity. It returns you to the truth beneath the identities you borrowed. The Pleiadian message is simpler than the fear suggests. You are not being asked to escape Gaia. You are being asked to become present within her. You are not being asked to reject your humanity. You are being asked to bring more compassion into it. You are not being asked to announce yourself to the world. You are being asked to stop hiding from the truth of your own heart. As you clear the veil, notice what happens when you replace urgency with listening. Place your awareness in the center of your chest. Do not force an image. Do not demand a name. Simply ask, "What is true for me in this moment?" Then wait. The answer may come as calm. It may come as a boundary. It may come as a memory, a release of tears, or a sudden understanding of something you have repeated for years. You can practice this with a few quiet minutes each morning. Before reaching for a device, place your feet on the floor and ask what quality you wish to embody that day. Patience, courage, clarity, gentleness, or truth. Then notice how life gives you opportunities to practice it. The answer may not arrive as a sentence. It may arrive as the strength to say no, the willingness to apologize, or the discernment to pause before reacting. This is how crystalline intelligence begins to return, not as a fantasy that removes you from life, but as a deeper capacity to recognize what is aligned. Your crystalline template is not about being flawless or invulnerable. It is about allowing light to move through you without being distorted by the belief that you must become someone else to be loved. A crystal does not create light. It reveals, refracts, and carries it according to its structure. In the same way, your purpose is not to manufacture perfection. It is to clear what obscures the love already moving through you. Every honest conversation, every healed pattern, and every moment of self-forgiveness makes the channel more transparent. The second activation is the awakening of the heart template. Many starseeds have tried to access their mission through the mind. They have searched for a title, a role, a prophecy, or a destination. But the Pleiadian mission is encoded first in the quality of energy you bring into an experience. Your mission may reveal itself through the way you listen to a grieving person, through the patience you offer a child, through the beauty you create when no one is watching, through your refusal to participate in cruelty, or through the way you transform pain into understanding rather than passing it forward. These acts may appear small to a world trained to measure impact by attention, but the unity field recognizes coherence before it recognizes scale. A seed does not look like a forest, yet the forest is already held within its pattern. Do not dismiss the seed-sized acts of love in your life. The meal prepared with care, the message sent at the right moment, the decision not to repeat an insult, the forgiveness that frees you from an old cycle. These are not insignificant. They are points of light in the collective field. The heart template carries memory through feeling. This is why certain sounds, star patterns, tones, oceans, forests, and ancient-looking images can awaken something wordless within you. You are not required to interpret every sensation literally. Let the feeling teach you before the mind names it. A longing for the Pleiades may be a longing for belonging. A vision of light may be a reminder of inner clarity. A sense of a presence may be your own consciousness becoming quiet enough to feel supported. Let wonder remain wonder for a while. You do not have to turn every beautiful experience into a prediction. Sometimes the soul touches an image because it needs comfort, not because it is delivering a timetable. Sometimes a song opens your heart simply because you have been carrying too much silence. Receive the blessing without forcing it to become a doctrine. Discernment remains sacred. Not every voice is guidance. Not every coincidence is a command. Not every person claiming cosmic authority is aligned with love. The frequency of your star family will never require you to surrender your common sense, your finances, your body, or your freedom. It will not encourage you to harm yourself or others. It will not inflate you above humanity. True remembrance makes you more compassionate, more grounded, and more responsible for the energy you place into the world. Test every message by its fruit. Does it produce peace, honesty, humility, and wise action? Or does it create panic, obsession, superiority, and dependence? Scripture teaches that a tree is known by its fruit. The same principle can guide spiritual discernment. A message may sound beautiful, but if it leaves you unable to care for your body, fulfill your responsibilities, or respect another person's freedom, it is not leading you toward wholeness. The third activation is the anchoring of your star essence into Gaia. This is the point where many people misunderstand awakening. They imagine that the closer they come to the stars, the less connected they should feel to the Earth. But your presence here is the meeting point. You are a bridge, not an escape route. Ground your feet. Eat slowly, rest when your body asks for rest. Spend time where trees, wind, water, and soil can recalibrate your nervous system. Let your spiritual awareness become visible in the way you speak, work, create, and respond under pressure. If your awakening cannot enter your daily life, it remains an idea rather than an embodiment. Notice the weight of your body in a chair. Feel sunlight on your skin. Wash a dish with full attention. Walk without needing to document the walk. These ordinary acts can become portals when you stop treating the present moment as an obstacle between you and your real life. The Earth does not ask you to transcend her. She asks you to participate consciously in the living mystery already surrounding you. Gaia is not an obstacle to your Pleiadian memory. She is the living field in which that memory becomes useful. The seven sisters may represent a distant resonance, but your hands are here. Your voice is here. Your choices are here. The light you came to carry must be grounded through human kindness, ethical action, and presence. This is why the coming meeting may not look like a spectacle. It may arrive through a conversation that changes your direction. A person may enter your life who reflects a part of your mission. An opportunity may appear that asks you to choose integrity over recognition. You may be guided toward a community where you no longer have to translate your sensitivity into something acceptable. Do not rush to label the person, event, or feeling. Let it reveal its fruit. Does it leave you clearer or more confused? More loving or more afraid? More self-responsible or more dependent? More connected to life or more detached from it? These questions are your inner compass. The real sign is often not what happens during the experience, but what kind of person you become afterward. The fourth activation is the opening of unity consciousness. Unity does not mean that everyone thinks alike. It does not erase boundaries, differences, or the need to confront harm. Unity means that beneath the visible differences, life is interconnected. It means that another person's awakening does not diminish yours. It means that you can honor your path without making another person wrong for walking a different one. The body itself teaches unity. The heart does not compete with the lungs. The hands do not need to become the eyes in order to be valuable. Each part serves the whole by expressing its own nature. Your contribution may be different from another starseed's contribution, yet difference does not mean disconnection. The collective field becomes stronger when each person brings their authentic gift without demanding that everyone carry the same shape. Pleiadian energy is not a demand for perfection. It is a frequency of cooperation. Your star family reminds you that healing accelerates when hearts stop competing for spiritual importance. You do not need to be the first to remember. You do not need to prove that you are more evolved. You do not need to collect extraordinary experiences to earn a place in the cosmic family. The light becomes stronger when it is shared without possession. Offer encouragement without trying to control another person's journey. Speak your truth without using it as a weapon. Let your presence become a safe field where people can remember their own dignity. Sometimes the greatest transmission is not what you explain, but the peace another person feels while sitting near you. This is also why the meeting may occur through humanity itself. The person who challenges your patience may be revealing where love still depends on agreement. The stranger who helps you may remind you that connection is already active. The difficult relationship may teach you that compassion and distance can exist together. Every encounter becomes part of the preparation when you stop asking only, "What is this doing to me?" and begin asking, "What quality of consciousness am I bringing to this?" The fifth activation is the restoration of your star family connection. You may have felt alone for so long that solitude became part of your identity. You may have looked into the night and wondered whether anyone beyond this world could feel your longing. You may have asked for a sign and then dismissed the quiet because it did not arrive in the form you expected. Connection is often layered. Sometimes it is an inner steadiness that appears when you're about to make a harmful choice. Sometimes it is the repeated symbol that gently captures your attention. Sometimes it is the dream that leaves you peaceful rather than frightened. Sometimes it is the unexpected support that arrives through another human being. Love can wear many forms, and not all of them announce their origin. You are not required to make contact happen. You are invited to become receptive to what is already moving toward you. Create a quiet space. Turn off the noise. Let your breathing slow. Speak inwardly to the loving intelligence you recognize as your star family, and then release the demand for a specific answer. You may receive more through surrender than through insistence. If a presence comes, meet it with calm. If nothing comes, do not interpret that as rejection. Silence can be integration. Your energy body may be recalibrating. Your nervous system may need safety before it can hold expanded perception. The absence of immediate sensation is not the absence of love. A seed beneath the soil is still receiving what it needs, even when no green shoot can yet be seen. The sixth activation is trust in divine timing, not as passive waiting, but as intelligent alignment. You may be entering a period when synchronicities increase and decisions seem to arrive with unusual precision. Yet timing does not mean every opportunity must be accepted. It means you recognize the difference between a door opening and a door you are trying to force. Your star family will not need panic to guide you. Fear often says, "Act now or you will lose everything." Love says, "Listen deeply and choose what remains true when the urgency passes." This does not mean you will never feel nervous. Courage can exist alongside fear. It means fear is no longer allowed to become the sole author of your future. There may be delays that protect you from entering a path before your body, skills, or emotional foundation are ready. There may be detours that introduce you to people and wisdom essential to your mission. There may be moments when you feel forgotten, only to realize later that you are being prepared in a hidden chamber of your own becoming. Do not confuse preparation with punishment. The seasons when nothing seems to move may be the seasons when your roots are deepening. Beneath the visible surface, your crystalline grid is reorganizing. Old agreements are dissolving. Your capacity to hold love without losing yourself is expanding. The hidden season is still a holy season. The seventh activation is embodiment. This is where remembrance becomes service, not service through exhaustion, self-erasure, or the need to rescue everyone, but service through the honest expression of your aligned nature. You may embody the Pleiadian frequency through art, teaching, healing, caregiving, research, music, parenting, leadership, technology, environmental stewardship, or simple acts of presence. There is no single profession reserved for starseeds. The mission is not defined only by what you do. It is defined by the consciousness with which you do it. When you embody the light, you stop waiting for permission to be gentle in a harsh world. You stop apologizing for the depth of your feeling. You stop treating your sensitivity as a defect that must be hidden. You learn to make it skillful. You learn to pair compassion with discernment, intuition with action, vision with responsibility. You allow your spiritual identity to become practical enough to help someone, steady enough to endure difficulty, and humble enough to keep learning. The meeting you are preparing for may therefore be a meeting with your own undivided self. The part of you that was scattered across fear, people-pleasing, survival, and old identities is beginning to return. The Pleiadian light codes are not foreign objects being inserted into you. They are patterns of harmony being recognized within you. And when that recognition strengthens, your external reality begins to respond. You notice what you could not notice before. You hear the invitation beneath the interruption. You recognize the people who bring peace rather than performance. You realize that a true sign does not make you smaller. It does not demand obsession. It expands your ability to choose with love. There is another truth you must hold as this energy intensifies. Preparation is not the same as expectation. Do not put your life on hold, waiting for an extraordinary arrival. Do not neglect your body, your responsibilities, or the people who need your presence because you believe the stars will soon remove you from ordinary life. The highest contact is not measured by how far you can leave this world. It is measured by how fully you can bring love into it. If the meeting comes through dreams, visions, meditation, or physical perception, remain grounded. Write down what you experienced. Notice how your body felt before, during, and after. Ask whether the experience leads to peace, wisdom, and ethical action. Let time reveal its meaning. You're allowed to remain discerning while still being open to wonder. Wonder and wisdom are not opposites. Wonder opens the window. Wisdom decides how to walk through the room. The Pleiadian way is not blind belief. It is living resonance. It is the willingness to test every message against the frequency of unconditional love. Anything that asks you to hate, dominate, deceive, or abandon your humanity is not the light you came to carry. Anything that restores dignity, responsibility, healing, and connection may be part of the path. The ultimate remembrance is this: you were never waiting for your star family to decide whether you belonged. You were learning how to recognize belonging within yourself. You were never abandoned in the silence. You were being taught to hear beneath the noise. You were never disqualified by your wounds. You were learning how to let compassion reach the places that still believed they had to be perfect. The longing you carried was not proof that you were broken. It was a compass. The loneliness was not always evidence of separation. Sometimes it was the space in which your inner frequency became distinct from the world around you. The confusion was not failure. It was the mind releasing identities that could no longer contain the truth of your heart. Your star family has not been asking you to become less human. They have been reminding you that humanity is capable of remembering its connected nature. You came into this field during a time of great contrast, because contrast would teach you the value of tenderness. You came where voices were loud because you would learn the power of quiet coherence. You entered a world that often rewards separation so you could demonstrate through your choices that cooperation is not weakness. The meeting begins when you no longer need the meeting to validate you. It begins when you can look at the night sky with wonder and still tend to the life in front of you. It begins when you can feel the presence of Alcyone in your imagination and still listen carefully to the person beside you. It begins when you stop asking, "When will they come to save us?" and start asking, "How can I become a clearer expression of the love they represent?" This is the shift from waiting to participation. You are not a spectator of the awakening. You are part of the field being awakened. Your nervous system, your relationships, your choices, and your words all contribute to the crystalline grid forming across Gaia. Each time you choose patience over reaction, truth over performance, and compassion over separation, you strengthen the pathway through which higher consciousness can move. If you feel warmth in your chest now, let it be enough. If you feel tears, let them come without needing to explain them. If you feel nothing, let that be enough too. Every body integrates differently. The remembrance is not proven by intensity. It is proven by what becomes more honest in your life afterward. Before you sleep tonight, place one hand over your heart and one hand over your lower abdomen. Breathe slowly and say, "I welcome only what is aligned with love, clarity, freedom, and my highest good. I remember what I am ready to remember. I remain grounded on Gaia, open to my star family, and devoted to the healing of all life." Then release the words. Let them move through you without demand. You do not need to announce that you are ready. Your consistency will speak. Your peace will speak. The way you treat the unseen, the vulnerable, the uncertain, and the misunderstood will speak. The meeting is not merely something that happens to you. It is something your life becomes capable of holding. And when the moment arrives, whether it comes through a dream, a synchronicity, a human connection, a sudden inner knowing, or a quiet expansion of the heart, you will not need to be persuaded. Recognition will move through you like sunlight touching a familiar crystal. You will understand that the distance was never as great as it appeared. You will feel that what you called out there was also awakening in here. You are not being called into fear. You are being called into readiness. Not readiness for spectacle, but readiness for truth. Not readiness to abandon Earth, but readiness to meet her with a more unified heart. Not readiness to prove your origin, but readiness to embody the love that origin placed within you. The Seven Sisters are not asking you to become someone unreachable. They are inviting you to return to the part of yourself that knows love can be intelligent, boundaries can be compassionate, power can be gentle, and awakening can be grounded. The door is not opening because you are perfect. It is opening because you are willing to be sincere. So remain awake, but remain peaceful. Remain receptive, but remain discerning. Look to the sky, but do not forget the ground beneath your feet. Listen for your star family, but do not overlook the loving human being standing beside you. The frequency you are waiting to encounter is already moving through your breath, your choices, your healing, and your willingness to keep your heart open without abandoning wisdom. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content, it's collective, Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it, and if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started.